This video is a short introduction to crapology, which is a field of study I just invented concerned with all the various kinds of crap we have to deal with in our daily lives. And I'm referring specifically to a certain kind of metaphorical crap, which is a product or service that fails to fulfill its primary function. For example, you can have crap food, which might look good and taste good, but doesn't provide any core nutrition that food is intended for. There could also be crap appliances. For example, a washing machine that doesn't wash clothes or that falls apart after its first use. There can be crap politicians who make crap promises or make lies to get elected and then don't serve their management purpose. They are incapable of leading. There can be crap relationships where you expect something from the relationship that you're not getting, either because the other person has lied or because your expectations are unrealistic based on the signals you're receiving. You can even have crap philosophies, which are pretending to offer you solutions to the problems of your life, but that aren't delivering. And what all these forms of crap have in common is there's some form of deception going on. In other words, you're being given signals from the product or service that says it can do the job, when in fact the underlying service isn't really provided. So either the product, the person selling you the product is lying to you or misrepresenting the product in some way, or your own perceptual system is misrepresenting the product. There's not necessarily a good guy or a bad guy here, because crap can happen even when there isn't a deliberate liar involved, even when someone isn't misrepresenting the product. In fact, crap can even happen to animals. And I think we can understand crap better by first looking at how animals are deceived, how animals have needs that aren't being fulfilled by the products that they choose. And I'm going to start with a very simple example. This is like the Rosetta Stone for understanding crap. And this example concerns the bees and the flowers. You know from biology class that the flower and the bee have a mutually agreeable relationship. They have a symbiotic relationship which benefits both. And that is, the flower produces nectar that the bee uses for food. And the bee comes along and collects this nectar from the flower, and at the same time it picks up the flower's pollen to distribute to other flowers. So the bee is doing a service to the flower in exchange for this nectar. So neither could survive without each other. The bee couldn't survive without flowers, and flowers can't survive without the service provided by bees. So it's a quality relationship. It's a relationship that benefits both, and there's no crap involved in this relationship. Now the flower signals to the bee that it has nectar by this colorful display of bright colors and pungent aromas. And we humans appreciate this from flowers. We look at a flower and see how beautiful it is, but that's not the purpose of a flower. The flower is there to attract the bee and tell the bee, hey, it's dinner time, come on by. Because that's the point where the flower has developed its pollen to the point where it can be distributed. So the bee looks for the flower, detects these signals, and comes in and performs his service to the flower. That's not crap. That is a quality signaling system that is honestly telling the bee that food is available. Now the crap comes along when a different kind of flower evolves. And this is a flower that just through the chances of Darwinism produces a flower that is exactly the same as the other flower, with the same colors and the same aromas, enough to draw the bee in. But this flower does not provide nectar. And And the bee comes in, he enters the flower, he finds no dinner, but he still leaves with that flower's pollen. So the flower has got the job done without the expense of having to produce nectar, because nectar to a flower is very expensive. To produce this high quality meal is very expensive to the flower. So if you can get your pollen distributed without having to produce this underlying quality, well, it's to your advantage as a flower to do so. So the fake flower wins. He gets his pollen distributed without the cost of nectar, but the bee loses because he goes into this flower and he gets nothing out of it, and he loses all of the energy of having gone into this flower. And because these flowers look the same, he has to test individual flowers to find out where the nectar is, and this is very costly for the bee. This is a dishonest relationship. From the bee's standpoint, this other flower is crap. And that is the essence of what crap is, even in the human world. It's something that displays all the signals of a quality product without providing the underlying quality. So our job as consumers in the human world is just like the bees. We have certain needs that we're trying to fulfill, and we're responding to certain signals that we think are going to lead us to something that fulfills those needs. We're looking for flowers that actually provide nectar. And so the burden, you could say that this one flower is being dishonest. You could blame the flower, but flowers have no intentions. They're not intending to be dishonest. They're just doing what works for them. The burden is on us, the bee, to find out ways, to determine ways to figure out the difference between a high quality product and a low quality product that's just deceiving us. And this is extraordinarily difficult. You could say that this is one of the most significant tasks of life, is how to go through life without being seduced by the crap and getting the quality that we really need. And it's not simple, especially because we humans are so incredibly vulnerable to crap. We are suckers for this bright, colorful flower that doesn't do anything for us. Even if we're told this flower provides no nectar, we're still stuck into these beautiful colors and these pungent aromas, and we're still going to waste our resources on this thing that doesn't work. So that, in a nutshell, is the essence of crapology. We can look at individual fields of human endeavor and see where the crap is. And crap always involves some sort of deceptive signaling or our misrepresentation of the signaling that leads us into something that is not going to fulfill our needs. So over the next couple of months, I hope to develop this. I hope to work on this. I hope to put out more videos, and eventually a book which goes through the various fields of human crap. Now, interestingly, the literal crap, that is the thing that is in your toilet after you go to the bathroom, that is not the same kind of crap we're talking about here, the metaphorical crap, because that crap in the toilet isn't lying to us. It's telling us with its colors and aromas what it is, and it's something that we need to flush away. The crap involved in this video is crap that looks pretty, that comes in a pretty package, that promises to do things for us while skimping on the underlying processes that actually provide that service. So tune in to this channel. Watch this space. I've already developed a website called Crapology.net. If you type in that, look at that, that will lead you to a Facebook page, and hopefully more information over the next few months on this great new field I've just invented.